Hi everybody, Dr. Liz here. I wanted to touch base before the end of our first academic week together, as you still have some time to make some edits and corrections to your discussion posts and things if needed. What I'm seeing for the most part, everybody's in class being active, which is awesome. But I wanted to go over a couple of things, and many of you have done this, but some of you haven't. And this is a really good time to point this out to everyone. Again, we're in week one. If you watch this and get this before tonight, Sunday night, you can still make some edits and changes to your posts and not be penalized for missing things or even posting late. Just this first week, your main post and your replies are not due until Sunday, so till tonight. But starting next week and all future weeks, your initial post, you'll see this due date is actually Thursday night normally. So just in this first week, you've got through the end of the week. But the reason I'm making the video is I had a couple of concerns, and again, I wanted to point them out while we still had some time. So you enrolled in a chemistry class, a science class, and one of the really important things in a science class is attention to detail. It's important for many reasons. Primarily as a student, you're concerned, I know, with your points and your grades. So I don't want to see you lose valuable points for just, missing an instruction or missing a step that later you'll look back and say, oh man, I should have read that, more carefully. So I kind of want to go through this with you now at the end of week one as I'm seeing some of these issues in hopes that you can make corrections and get it fixed. So I'm going to show you a couple of areas where I'm seeing issues, and just kind of all I'm going to be doing is going over the instructions with you. So again, not a bad idea. Watch this video. I'll try to keep it short and make sure that you've done all these things. Check yourself. You should be doing that every week, whether it's with your discussion board posts or with your submissions and your tests and quizzes. Make sure that all of your files have uploaded, questions have been answered, instructions have been followed. The other reason attention to detail is very important, just as an example, many of you want to go into the health care industry, into the field. Let's say you want to be a nurse, for instance, and a doctor gives you an order for a certain medication and a dosage for a patient. If you don't follow those instructions, how much medication and which medication the patient should get, you can make mistakes, and it can be very costly to you as your career and to the patient. So if you've never had to be accountable for this type of detail, this might be the first time, and that's okay. I'm going to walk you through it. Many of you I know, being in the military, are quite familiar with this already. So let's take a look. So if we look at the instructions for the discussion forum this week, it's quite detailed and lengthy, as they all are. Some of this will be copied from week to week, the requirements and things like that. But a couple of things, again, based on what I'm seeing. First, when you start the introduction, the title should not just be welcome, greetings, hello, introduction. It should be your name / introduction. And I would actually copy and paste this into a new post and just change Jane Doe to your name. So it might sound like something simple, but what I've seen is when students start skipping these kind of finer details, they also lose points, and they do it in other areas of the class as well. So, get in the habit of reading everything. You're going to be writing a short biography about yourself. You're not just doing a question answer where you copy these questions and answer. You're writing paragraphs. You're writing a biography. So make sure that you've done that you've written in paragraph form, telling us about yourself in paragraph 1, telling us about your chemistry background in paragraph 2, and then in paragraph 3, your plan for the materials, communication, due dates, things like that. So you should have 3 separate paragraphs where you answer these questions, but again, don't just copy and paste these with what's my name, Liz Hanson. Actually, write out a paragraph, but in the paragraph, answer those. You also have to reply to at least 2 of your classmates' original posts. And then again, it says to make a post, click on Start a New Conversation above. I'm not actually in the forum to do that yet. But click to start a new conversation, start a new thread or post, your title again, name / introduction. Answer these questions. Now, one other thing I'm noticing is some of you are missing a picture. Doesn't have to be of yourself. For lots of reasons, people don't want to do that, and that's okay, but you need to include a picture. We do this not only because pictures are fun to look at and give us something other than just text to read, but you're going to be embedding images throughout the whole class. So this is a very good time to start doing that. So you absolutely have to embed a picture in your post. That doesn't mean that for instance, let me go back here, show you. Okay. Your picture up here doesn't count. Okay, that doesn't count. That's just on your profile. You need to embed an image in your post itself. So let's go back here again to our instructions. And again, I made a post that was just to introduce me. I'm not being graded. I didn't necessarily follow all these details because again, I'm not taking this class. I don't have course materials, and communication requirements as a classmate. So don't use my post as your example. I just threw it out there to introduce myself in my own little way. Okay, so these are the things that should be included in your paragraph. You need to, start a new thread with your name and introduction as the title, and then you type in the message box. You need to embed a picture. Talks here, you can click on these links how to do that, and then make sure you perform spelling and grammar checks, and when you're done, you can post the message. Here's the information about replying to your classmates. And again, I'm not going to read this part word for word. You guys can read all this, how to copy paste things from Word if you try to do that, or just type right in the box. Your initial post needs to be 250 words. And again, if you copy paste these questions and just answer them, these words don't count. You're going to lose points for not following the instructions and writing a biography with 3 different paragraphs, but you also have to watch your word count. Your responses to others need to be at least 100 words to them. Let's see, what else do we have? If you want to see what the grading criteria is, you can do that here. But again, some of the big issues I'm seeing, people not using the right title in their post, people not doing 3 separate paragraphs as a biography, people not including an image, and then not doing the word count minimums that are needed. So please get those corrected by tonight. I'll be grading first thing tomorrow morning, and I want to see everybody get their points. And then finally, as a reminder, check your due dates next week. They will change. Weeks 2 through 16 run a little bit differently. Your initial post is due by Thursday, and then you have until Sunday, the end of each academic week, to make your replies. Okay, and then one other thing to look at, again, talking about attention to detail, in tests and quizzes. Again, your area may look a little different than mine simply because I'm looking at it as an instructor view. But let's preview our Lab 1 assignment. And again, as a reminder, you do not need your eScience kit to do the first lab. So no excuses. You're in the class. You need to do Lab 1. Everything you need is under eScience Labs, and then the lab number 1 information. So everybody can be doing this even if you don't have your kit. All right, let's look at some of these questions and what we've got going on. And again, I'm going to give you some pointers and tips. So you're going to download and use the instructions from the eScience Lab tab. There's a PDF file that APUS put together of instructions. And again, that always takes priority over the eScience kit instructions. Although for this week, this is our own lab that we've made. Okay, so question 1, you're going to upload in PDF format. Your file has to be PDF, okay, or you won't get credit. So how do you do a picture in PDF? Well, you click on the link and you download a PDF that has instructions. You're going to go into Microsoft Word, follow all these instructions, and it's actually pretty simple, okay? So that's how you do it. If you're unsure, click on the link and read those instructions. It's got to be a PDF. It's going to be your results per step 4 of the lab procedure, and it has to be a single PDF document. So don't make one PDF with all of your pictures. Now, in fact, let's go back real quick. What was that step 4? So right here, what you'll see in the APUS instructions, things that you're going to be uploading are typically highlighted in yellow. These are everything's really important in terms of the instructions, but what's highlighted in yellow here, this kind of goes along with your instructions for that question. So question 1 talked about uploading the PDF document from step number 4. And step number 4 says after measuring your accuracy, that's what you're doing up here in number 1 through 3, you need to make a label or a sign that has your name, the lab title, and the date, and put it just on the floor next to your bullseye. Just set a big sign there. I need to be able to read it, so maybe you either use a marker or print it on a printer from your computer. I've got to be able to see that sign. It's got to have all that information. It's got to be in focus and legible. So proof view it. Make sure you take the picture and you look at it. Can you see that stuff? Is it obvious and legible? If not, you're not going to get credit. You're going to take a picture of your results that have the accuracy, the bullseye, and this sign or label as they call it here. Make sure your label can be read in your picture, your bullseye is clearly visible, and all 3 shots are visible. So you're going to make 3 shots of wadded up paper and make sure all of that is in the one picture. You're going to save it as a PDF. And again, if you're not sure how to do that, here are the same instructions we just clicked in the classroom. And you're going to be submitting that in the Lab 1 assignment. If you do not submit your pictures in PDF format, you will not receive credit, and you don't get to redo assignments. So again, here's where the attention to detail is very, very important. I've got the instructions here for how to make a PDF. It has to be a PDF, or as it states right here, you don't get credit. What else has to be in there? You know, the label, the sign that has all this information. Okay, so that was question 1. Let's go back to our other questions. Oops, don't want to do that. Let me, hang on. Oops, I keep doing the wrong thing, guys. Hang on, sorry. Preview, here we go. Okay. So that was question 1. Question 2 says, please upload, again, PDF format. You're going to get really good at doing this PDF format. Your picture of your precision results from step 6. Well, that's right here. And again, you've got this big highlighted area. That usually means something's going to be uploaded. And again, the instructions are pretty detailed here in step 6. This is what you need to follow. And then kind of here is just a summary. You know, upload that picture from step 6, it has to be a single picture, not a picture of your sign and a picture of your results or anything, all in one. One picture that has everything that's required right here. Again, another sign. In fact, you can use the same sign or label that you did in number 4. Just move it over for number 6. Take a picture with everything visible and upload it as a PDF. Upload right here. Then number 3, upload in PDF format your picture of your bottled water being weighed in step 10. So now we go down, here's another highlighted in yellow, something else you're going to be uploading from part 2 where you're weighing the water bottles. That's what's going on here, okay? Now include, again, your same sign, so you can just grab the sign from step 4, step 6 and reuse it, put it next to your bottle on the scale and make sure that everything is visible. Step 4 is table 1 from step 14. Again, it has to be a PDF document. Where is table 1? Here it is. So you have a couple of options here, guys. Because this is a PDF, some of you might have Adobe Acrobat where you can put comments or fill this in. I shouldn't say comments. It really shouldn't be a comment. It should be more of a fill and sign kind of a thing. Sometimes people edit the PDF. If you're able to type here, if you've got a way to type your answers in, that's great. If you want to recreate this exact table in Excel or Word, that's fine. Or if you want to print this, write it in by hand, and then take a picture, that's fine too. It has to be legible. It has to look like this, however, and it has to be as a PDF document, regardless of what format you use. Okay, so that's table 1. And then question 5 is table 2, which was right below it. And again, the same rules apply. You can edit the PDF, print it, fill it out, take a picture, recreate this in Word or Excel, whatever works for you. But it has to look just like this, no changes to formatting or anything, and have all the required information, okay? Down here, something else. Creates table 1 and 2 below, completed with your date. So again, you need to have your, in fact, I really like always to have my name, lab number, date, just like you did on that sign. Put that on these tables. They have to be PDFs. And again, you're going to have then, at the end of this, 5 total PDF files to submit for the lab. Table 1 and 2, and then 3 pictures from step 4, step 6, step 10. Okay? And then back down to question 6 is just a question, and you're going to answer it, explaining why. Question 7, again, is a question. You're going to type it in, explain why. And then question 8, answer and explain why. Give detail to your answers. When you're all done, before you submit for grading, guys, go back up and make sure that you've uploaded. So let's say, for instance, let me show you what it looks like when you actually upload a file. Oh, you know what? It may not let me because I'm not really a student. Okay, it's not going to let me upload a file because I'm just in student view. But please go back through before you hit submit. Again, here's your attention to detail. Make sure that for every question that is supposed to have a file uploaded, that there is a file that's been uploaded, that you've worked through. Oops, here we go. Now I can do it. I just clicked the wrong button. No, maybe I can't. Sorry, I was going to try and demo that for you. First, you click Browse to find the file on your computer, and then once it's found, you click Upload. So you've got to do both. Browse to find it, and then upload it. 2-step process for each one. Goes pretty quick. And once you've verified that you have uploaded all the documents, that you've answered all the questions, then you go ahead and click Submit for grading, and that's it, submits it to me. That's it, guys. Sorry I got a little long with this. I didn't mean to get quite that long. If you have any questions, please let me know. And again, our academic week ends tonight.